Well, let's start it. We'll just start with the introduction. I'm Ariana Smetana. I'm the CEO and the founder of the ACCELIQ.DIGITAL. And ACCELIQ.DIGITAL is the consultancy in a non-traditional way. We are global partners of advisors in innovation and digital transformation. And later on, each of us will introduce ourselves individually. I have over 20 years of experience in corporate leadership in companies like Shell Oil and Continental Airlines. Then I stepped into the entrepreneurial world in 2007 and been in design and construction industry. And since last 4 years, I've been involved in digital transformation and digital innovation. And what we specialize, like I said, we are kind of unusual consultancy advisory company in innovation sphere in digital transformation, and specifically on open innovation with other external parties like startups globally and innovators that can accelerate corporate innovation. And I'll pass it now on to Natasha, Guy, and Robson to introduce themselves.
Hi, everyone. My name is Natasha Gorodetsky. I come from the technology side. I spent the last 20 years working for tech companies from Fortune 500 to small startups, basically almost all over the globe. I worked in Europe, I worked in the Middle East, moved to the US 6 years ago. And after moving here, I founded my own company. It's a product consulting boutique shop, and I provide services to companies of growth stage in product strategy, products development, and go-to-market. And I'm also a leader of the local international accelerator program, Founder Institute. And in addition to that, I joined Accel several months ago, where I'm a head of product. And here I lead the development and implementation of an ecosystem which basically connects startups with enterprises. And we utilize latest technology to drive strategy and different solutions and innovative solutions, of course. Thank you.
Thank you. I'm Guy Guilherme. I've been working in the consulting field for at least 30 years, started within Accenture, and then I've been working for a couple of different banks in Brazil and international companies as well. Always in this data management area. We've been one of the founders of the Brazilian information management company, which had MIT as a partner. So we introduced the team about 15 years ago for local audience, universities, and lately been taking care of small startups and investors and investments that we made in the startup field and giving them some board advisory. And lately, I had a chance to meet Ariana about 3 years ago within Kellogg Digital Transformation Program. And from that, we've been working remotely, of course, in our local projects, international projects that she is also handling.
Thank you, Guilherme. So my name is Robson Bessa. I'm glad to be here. Thanks for having me, Ariana. I'm located in São Paulo, Brazil. Today I run a consulting company focused on strategy and finance and also corporate governance. So we try to help small and medium enterprises to leverage their level of management and professionalization. We also are helping startups to increase or improve their valuation through governance and corporate finance. So I accumulate about 20 years of experience in working in American companies, always in the finance and accounting departments. I'm a very enthusiastic for technology and marketing. And I also met all those people at the Kellogg Digital Transformation Program, which it has been a pleasure to work with all of you. So thanks for having me. So back to you, Ariana.
Well, thank you, Robson. And so this will be, more or less, a dialogue. We would like to, certainly engage you. We will have a Q&A at the end, and we'll share the wealth of knowledge with you. This will be the agenda to kind of lead you through this conversation on innovation and open innovation in specific. The webinar is really kind of wants to address the key indicators and data factors that every organization should look into when deciding when to innovate, how to innovate, and when to decide to go into the open, external, and collaborative innovation with external parties. So the next slide. So
Ariana, do you see the agenda slide?
Yeah, I can see
Okay.
it. Can you hear me? Yeah, so just change to the next one. Perfect. So let's dive into what this industry, specifically urban development and architecture, engineering, construction, that I've been over for 15 years. There are many problems and factors that might be keeping the organization up at night, and there are some really significant market changes that impacting customers, demand, operations, and financial and governance. I'm sure some of you are very aware of economic uncertainty with inflation and high interest rates. And it is funny, the factor, because those interest rates definitely impact the residential construction, but they are not impacting other demand for the construction in general. There are many other manufacturing facilities that are in great demand. The other factor in US is really interesting, that housing affordability becoming a great issue because there is not enough supply of residential properties and multifamily. So the rates and interest rates, of course, are high, and actually rental properties are increasing. So that is impacting how much working families can afford and spend. And then, we have operational issues, which labor issue in US are very prevalent, and maybe in other countries as well. Supply and chain logistics issues that we all know about it. And then there is a influx of new materials and methodologies, and of course the software and automation that is coming into the picture with AI and machine learning. One really interesting article came yesterday to my knowledge. It was the demand for labor alone in this year for construction industry will be about 500,000 jobs, which highly likely will be unfilled for many reasons that this industry is facing. And then if we have issues in governments and financial demand sector with sustainability and regulations that are becoming a big factor in deciding, how to fulfill those. So those are some things that are interesting to tackle, and we think that innovation in general can help resolve some of this issue and help in solving that. To kind of get everybody on the same page, I'm sure you might be thinking, what is innovation in terms of, is that just another buzzword like many others, and digital transformation is another one. So we wanted to kind of give definition we use about innovation. We think it is an essential part of every organization to fulfill customers' changing customer needs or problems that may face, and also internal problems as well. And we need to solve these problems in a way that we differentiate ourselves in the marketplace. It can be scaled at economical cost, and of course it yields economic benefit. And there are two avenues that are commonly used in innovation. Most certainly, everybody is familiar with internal innovation and R&D. And then we have external, which is coming onto the picture more often now with rapid demands for innovating. So open external innovation, or collaborative innovation sometimes is called, it's becoming a factor to expedite that. And on the next slide, I'll kind of highlight a few of the factors. One, what could drive demand for open innovation in your organization? Certainly, we know that there are resources in organizations, especially the knowledge base for the innovating with advanced technology might not be present in the organization itself, and the limited amount of internal resources, the companies will need to seek external resources to fulfill those roles. There is definitely lack of innovation culture that we've seen in the organizations, and bringing that to speed. And then, of course, the rapid changes in the marketplace are dictating far greater speed of change than ever before. And then we have a long, expensive time to market that is an obstacle, and high risk of failures that can be a factor to evaluate when to jump into open innovation. So I'll pass now to next section that Guy will explain what factors and data-informed decisions you need to follow when you're deciding on your innovation. Thank you.